usual, we're going to start with Bill Bixby. 3 questions, Bill.
Okay, Billy boy, let's move along, boy. Move along, boy.
Okay, moving along, Your Worship. Are you famous for having played a judge on motion pictures or television?
Ain't never played no judge.
Never did, never did.
Well, then is it possible, since you were surrounded by a legal atmosphere, that you are one of our renowned attorneys?
A what?
An attorney, a lawyer.
No lawyer. No lawyer.
No, sir. One more question, Bill.
Well, is it possible then that you are a lawmaker, for example, a representative or a senator?
It's possible, but not.
Got 3 no's, but you did some good tracking down. Lee, you are next.
Yes.
That's Lee over there. 3 questions for Lee.
That's all the clue I got.
Lee.
What?
Lee.
Lee, that's her name, Lee.
Lee next.
Yeah, Lee Merriweather.
What kind of word is that? What kind of word is that?
Not in there? I'd ask you 3 questions.
All right. Well, you're going through books, and a judge makes judgments. Would you possibly be one of our famous critics, either literary or theatrical?
Critics.
Are you a critic?
No critic. No critic.
2 questions, though.
Would you the judgment in Nuremberg, and he's also doing a series of famous trials. Stanley Kramer?
Stanley Kramer? No!
Well, I'm afraid you've upset him now. 1 more question, Donna.
Oh, dear, the courts. Would you be connected with some other kind of court? Basketball or tennis?
Court? That's a no.
No, not at all. Now, we've had 6 questions and 6 no's. Nipsey?
Nipsey,
Ready now.
you move along now. You move along. We're going to pass right out of here.
He wants you to just move along.
Move right along.
3 questions.
He's saying, pass right along, a judge who's giving orders and throwing books around. You're dealing with books, and that deals with words of some kind. I think I see a link. Pass right along. Are you connected with a show that deals with words?
Oh.
Yes.
Kidding.
It's got to be. Are you Alan Ludden?
Yeah. Come on, boy.
I can't do a Groucho. Can't do a Groucho.
Fantastic.
Don't go down there. Go say goodbye to those ladies.
I didn't either till the last word.
I've
You
worked
sure?
with this man. I watch him every day on Password. Never, ever would I think that he'd be able to disguise his voice.
right.
He really
Not
fooled
only
you, right?
disguise his voice,
Show us the
his
face, please.
movements, and
Show us the
everything.
face.
It's doing a Groucho there for a
He
moment.
certainly was. Come on.
Tommy so long to put it on.
We want to see
I was
that
thinking,
face
you
that
know
we
what
see
I thought?
every day.
Here come the judge on laughing. I was thinking it might be Dickie. Good
I
night,
couldn't
Dick.
wear my glasses because Bill would have got that.
What a fake out there. I didn't see it coming.
Fabulous.
What a great
And
job.
Jim.
Wow.
Really good.
Look at him.
You were great. You were marvelous.
With the voice on?
You did great. He was worried that he couldn't disguise his voice. You did a great job.
Completely.
But they do marvelous things
Let me
back
take this. I'll throw it away for you.
there. I never looked better.
Well, in that case, don't wear it near Betty. I don't want you to frighten. I love Betty White, your wife.
Yeah, she
We'll
loves
watch
you.
you every day on Password.
I hope
Thank
you-
you for visiting us.
Thank you.
Mr. Alan Ludden, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there you go.
Do you recognize who's playing Harpo? That masquerade is a clue to his or her identity. If you don't know who it is now, you'll soon find out on television's most colorful game, Masquerade Party. And here's your host of the Masquerade Party, Richard Dawson.
Thank you. We thank you. And we welcome you to Masquerade Party, the show where all the celebrities come in disguise and try and stump our panel of experts. And the experts have to guess who the rascals are beneath the disguise. Now I think we should meet the panel. Here's a gentleman who did The Magician, Courtship of Eddie's Father, a marvelous special called Steam Bath, my favorite Martian, and he's a concerned actor. He's done a great deal for the youth of America. I say he's done as much as Al Capone or Jack the Ripper. Here he is, Bill Bixby. Oh! Jack the Ripper. How are you? Handsome Bill Bixby. Nice to see you. All as well?
It's good to see you, Richard. Yes, all is fine.
The thought for today is the Apple Dumpling Gang, right?
Yes.
That's the picture that Bill made for Mr. Disney, and I hope you make a lot more.
Well, I hope I make him like that, because it is a funny film, I think.
Good, I'm glad. Here's a lady who's an absolute delight. A lot of people, apart from her being pretty, do not realize that she's a wit. She does a lot of one-liners. This is mainly because she can't remember two-liners. Lee Merriweather. Ho! Hello.
Hello, my darling. Thank you. Oh, I'll take
There she's This is the darling lady that helps Barnaby Jones every week.
Oh, my love, Buddy Ebsen.
Yeah, you're
He is
doing
a
a
dream.
marvelous job, and you're doing a
Thank
great
you.
job with us here, too.
Thank you,
We're
I'm
proud,
having
aren't we,
fun.
Will?
Pardon me?
We're proud of her.
Oh, I'm not only proud of her. I get to look at her all the time. That's why I didn't hear your
Do
question.
those quick naps help you during the day? Here's the poet laureate of the masquerade party, Mr. Nipsey Russell. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Every week, he delights us with a poem that he's written. Have you written one for us today?
I have indeed. Mother Nature and Father Time can't get together, it seems, because by the time we learn the games, we're too old to make the team.
All righty. Thank you, Rick. I think it's time that we got this party started. Let's do it by meeting Masquerader number 1. Will you stop that? Go on over there. What are you doing? Will you stop that? Hey, just don't strangle. He's an important star. Just stay still while we give the audience at home and our studio audience a clue to your disguise.
Harpo was a zany comedian, and so is our masquerader.
Okay, now, panel, you couldn't hear the clue, neither could I. All we've got to go on is what we see right in front of us. Going to give you a minute to think things over. Give our audience a little time to mull over the clue while we all watch this. Well, you've all had a minute to think things over, and you can see I've joined the family. They were coming apart. Thank you. Now, just take a good look at that disguise. You really think you know who it is, huh? Well, we're going to show you right now.
Funny man, Charles Nelson Riley.
You do a good job. I'll get you a fountain pen. All right, Bill, we're going to start with you. Why I say that, I don't know. We always start with you. I hate starting with a bill. I usually end up paying it, but never mind. We have 3 questions.
All right. Harpo never says anything, as you have not said anything. So is it possible you started your career in silent films?
Certainly didn't. And he didn't start it in talkies either.
Well, since both of you are the Marx Brothers, is it possible that you are a famous brother of a famous brother, a team?
You're losing air. You better get your lips vulcanized. No, it's absolutely correct. The answer is no. One more question.
Well, you've been honking your horn and making a lot of noise, but you haven't been saying anything. Could you possibly be a politician?
We've been on the air 5 years, and now he gets hot. The answer is no. A very good question. And now, Lee, you have to start, but don't start yet. I have to hold you. I'd like to hold you for a little longer, but duty calls. Tell him your name, handsome. Go on, tell him your name. Do it again. One more time. I'll give you a clue. It's not Lena Horne. So there you go.
Honk, honk, honk.
No, it's 3 honks.
Yes.
3 honks.
Honks.
Why don't you honkies get together and get the hell out of here? Oh, you have 3 questions.
The horn, there was it was one of my favorite actors was in Horatio Hornblower. Are you Gregory Peck?
He certainly isn't. He's a grubby little devil.
Well, Harpo's real name is Arthur. Would you be a famous Arthur? Not author, but art, like art.
When did that die? No, he's not a famous author.
Nipsey just pointed out real estate, sales and rentals. Does that have something? Ooh, are you dressed as Harpo because you're quite a famous comedian?
He certainly is.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's your 3 questions, and now, Nipsey, we're going to get a little help from you, if we may. Why don't you help Nipsey by showing him your name? I think that's enough for anybody. Carry on. 3 questions. We're just rehearsing. 3
Well,
questions.
I think when you told him to give his name must have either 3 parts to it or 2 names with a middle initial, because he get honk.
Well,
honk,
he
honk.
could stutter, you know.
So he's got 3 names, and he's a comedian. And that wrestling hold that he put on you looked like to me like a half Nelson. Mm-hmm. Am I coming along? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Well?
Charles Nelson Riley.
Come on. You're beautiful. Come back here. Give me that.
And he's.
Why don't you show him that face that I look at every day on Match Game?
I'm sorry, makeup, we worked so hard.
Mr. Charles
You see the look in my eyes?
You're marvelous. Just give me that. I watch and work with this young man on a game called Match Game.
We're all friends.
Yes.
We all have worked together.
Well, we've worked together again.
And here we are.
We've got to go somewhere where we're not known. Why don't we go to the next studio? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Nelson Riley.
Have a good time.
Thank you, Charles. You know, Lee, you're a saucy little baggage and a baggy little sausage. And now let's meet our next masquerader.
Why not?
Well, thank you.
We put a mustache on you and you change completely.
Well, it's very sanitary, isn't it? Will the real masquerader please step forward? Step forward, masquerader. And we will let everyone in the audience know who this masquerader really is.
Came as Dracula because this masquerader played a weird character on television. Morticia of the Addams Family, movie and TV star Carolyn Jones.
All right, Lee, darling. Gonna start with you, pretty Lee. 3 questions, darling.
Well, with Dracula, immediately I go to blood. Yes. No, did you, by any chance, appear in the picture Sunday, Bloody Sunday?
Blood and sand.
Blood and sand. I'll go down the line. No, that's just one question.
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, Chamber of Horrors. Have you ever starred in a horror film?
Not at all. Bubble.
I'm getting something with the movements and everything else. I just wonder, are you a female Dracula? Uh-huh.
Oh, that kills my whole
Wooden Hoyt. Yes, a female Dracula. One up for woman's lib, and that's your 3 questions. Nipsey, you are next, but we are going to give you a little help. Do you have a clue for Nipola?
Nipola?
He was a shorthand typist at one time. Very nice. That's the clue, 3 questions. Nippy.
Well, I was thinking Fred Gwynn until she said it's a woman. Were you in a picture with the Wolfman? I see you had the Wolfman to do your bidding there.
Niet.
Let me see. Were you in, we go with something else, Chamber of Horrors, Frankenstein. Maybe it had nothing to do with Dracula himself. Does the whole syndrome of horror pictures have some reference to you? Like, that's right, huh? Okay. Well, are you a member of a whole family of horror people?
That does not mean the Nixons. I want you to be aware. Very good. 3 questions now. Bill, just for you, we have a clue. Please.
These flowers are very dreary. I will make a nice arrangement of them.
Very nice. Very 3
I know.
questions.
Could this group of monsters, all of which you say are in the same show, could this be called a family of monsters?
This does not mean Aunt Sam wants you.
And beside being the brilliant actress that you are, is it possible that you are also an authoress? It couldn't possibly be Carolyn Jones.
Yeah, rascal. You're beautiful. Yeah. Let me hold your cigarette holder. Was that fun?
Oh, that was great.
You were
I
a
enjoyed
great,
that.
you were a
The
great
winning is
old
big.
horror. But you got all the clues exactly. You want to take that off for us, my
do
pretty
I?
lady?
I swear. Let's
See
let's
the
get
face that we always see.
it. That's part of it.
How could you make a gorgeous creature like this look like?
Carolyn,
Oh,
God, there
why,
goes the
it's
nose.
Morticia herself.
I think I can get rid of this too.
Disguise those
Miss
eyes.
Carolyn Jones. Yeah, go
Take
ahead.
your forehead off.
Oh!
Oh, God, it feels like a mask. You know, you go and pay $9 million for that someplace.
You look darling, and we thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
You see, you're absolutely right about her being a fine authoress, and her husband is an author.
Oh,
I
I'm
read the
full of
very
guts.
first book you had, but here's a book that you've both written. Herbert Green is Carolyn's husband, and Carolyn have gotten together, and they've written a book that I've read, and I must tell you, it's called Diary of a Food Addict. And there are a lot of diet books around. And the way it's based on, very similar to the way, if you have a drinking problem, you have to commit yourself not to take that drink. You have to think that
You
way
read it?
to stay. I read it
May I read it on the plane back to New York?
for $1.95 plus. No, plus $6.95. I've got to make a couple of bucks. It really gives you hope if you have a weight problem, and it's a book. There's no reason for me to plug it because I'm not here to plug books. It's a good book. Go out and buy it because I love this lady. Miss Carolyn Jones. Thank you. Very lady. All righty, coming up next, another celebrity masquerader, and then a chance for someone in our studio audience to win a nice big prize. Right after this, with these. All right, panel, you're pretty smart. You got 2 out of 2 so far. I think we might fool you. Masquerader number 3. All righty, let's tell everybody except the panel who you are.
This showboat captain is a famous TV captain, Captain Kirk of Star Trek. It's William Shatner.
Okay, Nipsey. You got 3 questions, Nipsey.
You're a captain of a showboat, obviously. Did you play in a great musical film or variety special? That mean no.
No.
Okay, I'll go to something I see on the pilings there.
On the pilings is a pile of pile.
Well, it looks like frisbees there.
Ah, right.
The frisbees or flying saucers or something.
You're jumping ahead of your time. I'll get to that in all good time.
Okay, you get to that in good time.
That's right.
Captain Frisbee.
Personal friend of Captain Kangaroo.
Well, the name of your boat there says Dixie Belle. Are you a famous personality from the South, like Minnie Pearl or somebody like that?
I was a chicken, but I ain't Minnie Pearl.
You was a chicken, but not
All right, that's your 3 questions. Now, Bill, you're going to be next, but we're going to get you a little help.
Come on aboard, folks, and see the big show. The showboat goes all the way up and down this river, and we got the biggest stars to entertain you. Why, we got stars you haven't even seen yet. Come on, folks, come on board. Up on the house.
There you go. Billy's 3 questions.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Could the fact that you are playing a captain not necessarily relate to a boat? Could it relate to another object?
Could be. That's right.
Well, it's called the Dixie Star.
That's my boat.
Right.
You thought it was Dixie Belle. Yeah, it's Dixie.
And
Come on, get your question.
I'm going to go for the Frisbee one that he never, because he said spaceship. Is it possible the Dixie Star could represent something like a Star Trek?
A Star Trek. Yeah, that could be.
That's very good, Bill. That's your 3 questions. Lee, this is your big moment. But we're even going to help you right now. Give this darling a clue, will you, please? And Nipsey, he inquired about him.
That is your
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'll try to get right to you, honey.
Try and behead Nipsey.
I never could get to you, honey.
Oh.
No, her weakness is liquor. Whoa!
Come on.
Thank you. All righty, Lee, you got 3 questions.
Would I have appeared in Star Trek with you, my dear?
My darling, it was one of the finest moments of my life.
Would you play Captain? Oh,
You didn't get
yes,
it.
I did.
Come
Oh,
on, Bill,
no
you
fair. I
beat
didn't even
him.
get my second question.
The bell went.
You
Time
better
was
be
up.
waiting.
You were beautiful. Right here. I loved it.
Am I right? I don't know yet whether we had it or not.
Take it off
Take it
there.
on. Here it comes. You can't really understand the joy that is
Mr. William Shatner, ladies and gentlemen.
my dream. This is the worst experience of my life.
It
was great. Arms. Oh my God.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was really fun. Sitting an hour and a half in the makeup chair.
Well, that's always fun, isn't
Being
it?
made older.
I wouldn't take that off. You won't have a microphone.
Oh.
Poor devil. I'm going to say goodbye to him anyway. But we don't want him to not be able. We thank you for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain of the Star Trek, Mr. William Shatner. There you go. Thank you, Bill. Ho, ho! All righty. So far, our panel of experts have been doing all the guessing, and now we're going to let you folks at home play along. Give somebody in our studio audience a chance to win a nice big prize by unmasking the next masquerader. Jay, what will they win?
It's a stereo from Electrophonic, one of the world's largest manufacturers of stereo products, Electrophonic's new total stereo system. And the World Book Encyclopedia 2-volume dictionary containing 2,300 pages and 2,000 illustrations. Richard?
All right, thank you, Jay. All right, home and studio audience, this is your challenge when we meet masquerader number 4. Or 3.5, I'll accept.
You ready, Chris? You chicken out me, I'll pull your belly button out.
I'm going to give them to them, some kids. Yeah. Little blonde. Put your hand down, champ. Winners.
What I tell you to
I'll
say.
give you the microphone.
Okay.
What's your name?
Chris,
That's right.
One thing we say each night when we pray.
one thing we say each night when we pray,
I can't quite get through my head.
I can't quite get through my head.
If I should die before I wake,
If I should die before I wake,
how would I know I was dead?
how would I know I was dead?
Very good, Chris.
Yeah, you said you couldn't do it.
Now,
You people are late. You missed
Nipsey,
the first of the show.
Nipsey, the bad news is the kid's taking over for you next year.
Five, four, three, two.
What do you got there?
Hey, I found this duffel bag out in the street. Is it belong to anybody here?
I don't know. Stand it up straight a minute. Let me just take a look at it. Okay. All right. Now, you know, panel, what you got to do. You got to dig out clues to help that person in the audience win the prize, right? You get one question each and no names. I'll start with Nipsey.
Is the word spade a clue to your identity? And be careful.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would be a clue. Yep. Lee?
The uniform that you're wearing, have you ever portrayed that character?
Heavens, yes.
Yeah, policeman. Good question, Lee.
Many times.
Billy?
The sign on the bar, behind the bar, that says Duffy's Bar, would that be a clue to your identity?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It would. You're really sharp today. Good. And audience, that were very good clues there for you. And right now, we're going to go out into our audience and get a couple of people who think they might know who this masquerader is. We'll do that right after this. Here. Shame on you talking while I have such pretty ladies here. These ladies we found in the audience, and they think they know who our masquerader is. And if either one of them's right, they're going to get that nice prize we talked about. And what's your name?
Joan Hammer,
Where are you from?
England,
What part of England?
London,
Well, you heard him cheering. Who do you think it is?
Howard Duff,
Howard Duff, all right. Your name?
Barbara Lamas,
That's very good. That's correct, too. Where are you from, darling, Barbara?
beautiful downtown Burbank,
All right. Who do you think it is?
Howard Duff from Duffy's Tavern.
You think it's Howard Duff as well? I love this belt, by the way. Well, if you're both correct, you're going to get the prize. And if you're, wrong, we'll have a prize for you either way. They both think it's Howard Duff. Would you show us who you really are, please, masquerader? Thank you. Thank you. Getting close. This is so easily.
Mr. Howard Duff.
Very good. That's great. Stick it in there.
How do you like the way I lost my characterization right in the whole thing? I started out to be Brooklyn, right?
You did a good job. You saw the clues there. Mr. Adam and Eve, right? And Sam Spade, the original Sam Spade on the radio. Right. You both get that great prize, and we're very proud of you, right? We've got a party going on. Should we wander over there?
That for you?
Would you really?
Yeah.
Got some champagne. Ladies, come and join us. Howard, right over there.
Beautiful.
We did the prize.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go back once again.
We did there's no loser. How do you do a loser prize? How do you do a loser prize?
Extra prize for being so good.
Oh, sure. Now you tell me they get extra, you get extra prize. Get your ass back up there. Listen, I'm delighted to give you extra prizes. Howard, come back, please.
I don't have a Christmas present.
No.
Sam Spade. Oh, yeah.
I guarantee it'll be elbow macaroni. You'll be.
I knew who that was without any clues, though.
Did you really?
I didn't
Yeah.
do very much. I wasn't
Well,
very
that's
successful in
difficult.
my
It's
characterization.
difficult because you're locked in there with that. You know?
The eyes and the shape of the...
You gonna come in on me? Start with me? All righty. Gotcha. You not only won the big prize, I'm delighted to tell you we've got some extra prizes for you.
Thank you.
All right, what are they, Jay?
Well, there's a supply of Nescafe instant coffee with big dark chunks and big bean flavor, real coffee flavor, Nescafe. And a supply of rice-a-roni, the big flavor side dish that's so quick and easy to saute and simmer to flavor perfection. Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Now back to you, Richard Dawson.
All righty, thank you, Jay. Howard, there's a party. Ladies, come on, let's go. I thank you for being with us. We had fun. Charlie, what can I tell you?
Thank you.
You're beautiful. I'm fine, thank you. Lee?
Yes, love.
Thank you. Carolyn? We'll buy your book. Good. Howard, you were marvelous, and thank you. Thank you, my darling. No, Howard's right here, but he's just taking on me. William, I thank you kindly. Keep working hard. You're a good actor. We thank you for being with us. Bill?
Yes.
Thank you. Tipsy? Thank you. Most of all, we thank you for watching. Will you tune in next week when we try and unwig some of the big wigs on television's most colorful game, the Masquerade Party?
Masquerade Party is a Stephen Haydas, Monty Hall production. This program